Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. We are at the airport and guess where are we heading? Egypt. I can't tell you how excited I am. This has been in my bucket list like forever. Over the next few days we will be exploring Cairo, Giza, Aswan, Luxor and Abu Simbel. So stick around because this is going to be a journey back in time. Look at all the leg space we got. We took a 4.5 hour flight from Bangalore to Bahrain. We had a long layover there. We reached Bahrain early in the morning, so we decided to have English breakfast, which was yummy. We are at Cairo. So the immigration is done and now it's time for us to get the SIM. So we got the cash exchange here. It's quite decent rate, and we also got our SIM somewhere from that side. We got Orange. We also have option of Etisalat and Vodafone. Arjun is counting the notes. I have few more. So finally we are in Africa. I can't believe it. So we have booked a cab, but all the cab numbers here are like this. Give you a room tour. This is a very basic room. This is the washroom area. These are our luggage, do not mind. And this is the bed. Small, cute, cozy, enough for us. And there's a really nice painting here of, I guess this is Valley of Kings, but we'll find out soon. And we also have a balcony right over there that I'll show you tomorrow. So all freshened up, took a nice hot shower, had our dinner. Too tired to vlog it, but I opened the camera to give you a couple of information. So first thing is when you enter Egypt, they ask you for a registration. So if you stay more than 7 days, you need to get it done at airport or at passport office in the city that you're staying or going to. So at the airport it costs $15 per person, and if you do it at the passport office, I think it costs 110 Egyptian pounds, so quite the lower cost. So you can decide, if you don't want the hassle of taking a cab going to the passport office, you can get it done at airport. And the second thing is that we installed Kareem after we got our SIM, because that's one of the cheapest and easiest and cab service over here. InDrive is also one of them. Uber is also available. This feels like we are back in time. I mean, this is old Cairo, so all the buildings here are quite old and it gives a very ancient vibe. Right now I'm at Old Cairo, also known as Coptic Quarter. So this is a Greek Orthodox church of St. George. There's a train going over here. So this was one of the few churches in Egypt. It was originally built in 10th century Right on top of Roman Tower, Saint George is hugely important saint in Christianity, and this church is dedicated to him. This place displays how Saint George was tortured. He was forced to wear these pin-studded chapel. He was brutally tortured with this wheel with blades on them. Outside this area, you can also see an iron cross where he was tied with heavy iron chains and collars. This is a small, dark, cave like space below the church where St. George was held before his execution. Saint George was a very prominent figure in Christianity. He was killed for his faith towards Christianity. He did not want to worship any idol and he dedicated his whole life to Jesus. So, this way is the Virgin Mary Church. It's quite a beautiful place. It's like we are back in 17th century. This is the cemetery. All the buildings behind, they are just falling apart. They're all tilted and cracks over them. So it is believed that Jesus and his family actually lived here in this area right here. This is where Mary, Joseph, and Jesus stayed when they took their trip to Egypt.
And
This is where the Holy Family used to drink water.
which is still in use actually.
Yeah. Can't see the end of it, but yeah, this is the well. This is where Mary used to pray. This their pictures right there in the center. So the gardener is actually watering some of the plants here, and the smell of the soil is so good. I don't feel like leaving this place. And look, here we have, it's a basil garden in middle of the cemetery. Quite old cemetery. Although I see some of the tombs that has been recently built, most of these are quite old. They have cracks on them and they are tilted. It looks like they might fall anytime. This entire place is Greek style. If you see, there's a Greece flag over here and the other side is Egyptian flag. It's not visible. These are all the olive trees over here. Streets of the citadel. So this is the Roman tower and it's the only remain of what?
Babylon fortresses.
Right next to it is the Coptic Museum. So now we are in front of the Babylon fortress. This fortress was important because it guarded the Nile and the trade routes. Later, the Coptic Christians built some of the oldest churches right on the top of its wall. In fact, the famous hanging church here in Cairo is literally built suspended over the Roman fortress gate. That's why it's called the hanging church. This is the way to the church. It's so beautiful. I can explain in words. fortress of Babylon, and that was the hanging church where we went to. Unfortunately, it's closed or we don't know how to enter it. But yeah, it's basically the fortress. Hope there's some other entry, but I can't see anyone going in here. So now we have entered the Coptic Museum. This place is like treasure chest of Christian Egypt. Inside you will find beautiful manuscripts, old icons and textiles that tell you the story of Coptic Christianity. The museum has largest collection of Coptic artifacts in the world, showing how the Egyptian art blended with Greek, Romans and Pharaonic. These two looks like the ancient water fountains pot. Gives very Arabian vibe. And this is the way to the Coptic Museum. There are so many limestone sculpture over here, and these are the ruins from the Saqqara. Saqqara is also a pyramid here in Egypt. So these are from 6th or 7th century. All these paintings on the limestone, these are also from Saqqara. Look at this beautiful glass work. This is a hygrometer that they have put here to maintain the humidity and temperature so that this doesn't get ruined. And this is a textile from somewhere between 6th to 7th century. What we have here?
7th century gold coin.
Oh wow, feel like taking some?
Good luck.
And these were probably the clothes during that time, and some shoes.
Sneakers. But ये difference है. This is paper, that is parchment.
This is paper, that is parchment.
And this is also paper.
Okay, these are gospels. We're entering the religious themes.
Adam and Eve, before and after the fall from grace. To the right, they are depicted innocent and ashamed. To the left, they are.
They've eaten the apple. Now we're entering the textile area. These are the designs they used to do on these textiles. Quite interesting. Here are some more colorful ones. Really nice designs. There are quite a lot here in terms of design. Entering Nag Hammadi manuscripts. So
4th century manuscripts.
oh, can't read anything from here. Okay, yeah, this one you can. These are all 4th century manuscripts. This is the most ancient book of plants known to the humankind. This used to be the kitchen, I guess. There's no board saying anything about it. Wow, it's so beautiful. This one is a convoy for women pilgrims. Hey, kitty, kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty.
St. George Shrine is a monastery complex associated with St. George in Old Cairo. The shrine has a long chain about 4 meters attached to a wall. Legend says that this chain and collar were used to bind St. George during his torture. Pilgrims often place it around their neck while praying.
This is a church dedicated to St. George. We are entering. This is the depiction of St. George killing a lizard. This was the Virgin Mary Church that we went to, and it's quite difficult to figure out the ways here, where to go. I think it's best to download a map, offline map. And now we are going towards, what's that, Arjun?
Shrine of Baba. Yes.
Okay. It's quite difficult to figure out things here.
And it's not in English.
Yeah, everything's written in Arabic.
This is the shrine.
Oh, it's the shrine. The weather is just perfect. It's sunny, but it's neither too hot nor too cold. Cabin where the Holy Family had stayed during their transit through Egypt. Let's check it out. Now we are heading to Ben Erza Synagogue. Next in line is the Church of Saint Barbara. So that was the Church of Saint Barbara. It was over 1,000 years old, and it's one of the oldest Coptic structures. Coptic churches in Cairo. It was built in 5th or 6th century and restored many times. Like walking through old lanes. So with this we complete the Coptic quarters, which is the old Cairo, and next in line is the National Museum of Egypt. Arjun, excited to see the mummies?
Yeah.